Hey, welcome back. It's Ryan with a GoPro and a Volvo, and today we are going to be talking about the little things you can do on a mowing service to really impress your customers. So welcome back, and if this is your first vlog, thanks for joining us. Today's topic I wanted to get out as quick as possible as we are doing the final mows in a lot of the country. We're wrapping up the mowing season at this time of the year. So I just wanted to hit a couple things to make sure that you are leaving a favorable impression on your customers as the lawns go dormant. You're not going to be mowing their lawn anymore until hopefully next season. That's the whole point, is we want to make sure we have these customers back next season, because it's obviously so much easier and cheaper just to retain a customer than to constantly be needing new customers. But that's good to be getting new customers as well. We'll touch on that on other vlogs. But one thing, I put a note on my guys' mowing routes today that said, hey guys, look, these are the last couple mows of the season. Let's really impress our customers so they don't even think about finding somebody else over the off season, because other companies are going to be advertising, and it may just be as easy for them to just like hop on their website, fill out a quote request form, shoot them an email, give them a call, and get a price. And a lot of people these days will switch companies for just a couple bucks. So I just wanted to put out a video real quick on some little tips on how you can make sure your customers stay with you. And you should be doing these things really all season long, but especially here on the last mow of the season, you want to make sure you really impress them. So, double cut. And the reason I put this in here is, I'm not saying, think about when you double cut a lawn. Do you really have to double cut the whole lawn? No, you don't have to double cut the perimeter and stuff like that. You're really just tracing your stripes. So on maybe, we have a lot of lawns that are 6,000, 8,000 square feet. You can double cut the stripe portion of the lawn in 3-4 minutes. Is it worth it to you to spend 3 or 4 minutes on that lawn to burn those stripes in so they see them all winter long? I think it is. So that's my first recommendation. If you can real quickly retrace your stripes, do that, burn them in, and it's the biggest bang for the buck they can get on the final mow. So that's tip number one. Leaves. I think you should be charging an additional amount to pick up leaves, remove leaves, stuff like that. That's a completely separate service. I think most people understand that. But can you maybe blow the leaves out of the beds real quick so you can chop them up a little bit as you're mowing, before you start mowing? Especially if you have a 2-man crew, one person grab the blower before they start trimming, blow them out in the lawn, so when the mower comes by, you can chop those up. It'll make it look a lot nicer. And if you offer leaf removal, that can encourage them to get that service. If they notice that you just spent a couple extra minutes and the leaves are, much better than they were when they left for work that morning, when they come home, I think it'll go a long way. So just consider that. Weeds in the cracks of pavement. So the sidewalks, their driveway, do they have weeds growing in there? If you can just take your trimmer and whack those out real quick, it makes a big difference to the appearance of the property. They will greatly appreciate that, I promise you. And it's probably a little too late now, but throughout the season, if you have some Roundup with you and you hit them with Roundup, you can just do it one time and not have to do it over and over again. So think about that. Weeds in the beds. We have an add-on service where we will maintain your beds as we're there mowing. But what if they just have a small beds? They have small beds and they have a handful of weeds in them. Is it gonna kill you to spend 2 or 3 minutes to whack those weeds down or pull them out for your customer? These are the things that are gonna separate you and that are gonna keep your customer with you when the other company comes and says, we're gonna do it for $5 cheaper, for $2 cheaper, for $3 cheaper, whatever it is. These little things go a long way. If it's trash day and your customer's trash can is empty, roll that thing back to wherever they keep it when they're not in use. Wherever they store their trash can, roll it back up there for them. It takes no time and goes so far. Newspaper to the front porch. If you know they don't use their front porch, stick it right by their garage door or whatever door they're going to use. Little things like this, guys, that's all it takes. Removing sticks, like I hope you're removing sticks anyways, but you know, they don't want to see those sticks laying in their yard all winter long. Of course, over the winter, as snow's sitting on the branches and stuff, more are going to fall down. But if you can leave it looking nice when you left the property, they will remember that. I promise they will remember that. Then kids and dogs toys, like, you need to get that stuff out of the way. And there's a big difference between just grabbing it and throwing it to, and that's acceptable in some cases depending on what it is and stuff like that. But what if, you know, you organize them all like on the play set or on the patio or something like that? These are the things that people are going to notice. And then the last thing I had on my list here is trim everything. The last thing you want is to leave like a fence line hairy or some kind of pole or post or something like that all winter long, because they're going to see it all winter long. So I hope you found some value in those tips. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible, but I think if you really think about it, even if it costs you a couple minutes on the job, I think your customers will stick with you longer and they'll be less likely to leave you for a couple bucks. So it's Ryan with a GoPro and a Volvo. Have a great day. Keep making money.